What's up, guys? Mike from ARG here. We're sitting down with Fraser for Deck Tech. We're at ARG Hartford, and Fraser today is playing Burning Abyss. So, why did you pick Burning Abyss?
Because I feel like watching live stream matches from like the past ARG and seeing like the winner of Prague, I already had a thought in my mind that like Burning Abyss wasn't really out of contention. It just needed to go back to its roots and just play more traps, because the problem is that you can't really beat Niklas if you're not playing defense. So my whole thought was just, if you go back to the way Burning Abyss started off, which is when it was like Mathematicians and Wing Blast, Raigeki Briggs, Karma Cuts, all that stuff, like just like infinite traps, you can actually deal with the gen lock, you can deal with like whatever play they're trying to make with the Trish. So I wrote an article about that, and then the guy won Prague like the same weekend, and I was like, wow, that's actually kind of like a confirmation for me that it's actually possible to beat that deck. It's not even hard, because Dark Law is such an anti-card, and Burning Abyss constantly keeps advantage, so you can actually grind with Niklas, and you can even come back from a Trishula, which is absurd. Like the deck can actually come back from something like that. So I was like, this deck is actually just still really good. I think that there's no one really good playing it, but it's not a bad deck at all.
So, one of the things here, you have a Liebig. You have a one of that.
Yep.
Just for a name, I assume. You just like to have that.
Yep.
Only one Rubik.
Yeah, Rubik, like, because you're playing so many traps, you don't want to be playing too many Burning Abyss monsters. What ends up happening is you'll end up having 3 back rows, and drawing Burning Abyss monsters is obviously awful when that happens. So I do want the ability to make Virgil, because he's an out to like the Kree in game 2. He's just generally like a good card. Mostly like you can put Scouts back. You know he does everything that you need him to do. But I didn't want to overdose on having monsters that are Burning Abyss, just simply for the fact that I play a lot of traps.
So obviously, you mentioned Prague. You're playing 3 Mass Change too.
Yep.
How good is this card?
This card's fucking stupid. It's Mass Change is the best card in the deck. It's the super poly you need it to be. It's the chain it to the Veiler on your tour guide. It's the chain it to the Maxi on your tour guide. It's the chain it to their search and like possibly hit the best card in their hand. It ruins a lot of decks. Like it ruins the mirror match. It ruins Cleaforce. It ruins Niklas. It's just a very, very good card. And yeah, it's just amazing.
They mentioned we're going back to the trap build-up.
Yep.
A lot of traps. Emptiness, Wing Blast. My personal favorite, Mind Crush, seeing all this play.
Yep.
How good is this card right now?
Mind Crush?
How good is it? Everyone's asking everyone, like, how good is Mind Crush?
Mind Crush and Emptiness. Mind Crush and Emptiness are the 2 best traps in the game right now. Just in general, like, Mind Crush on Unicorn when they're playing the whatever ritual spell summons it. Mind Crush when they have doubles of something, it's just like it's game. In general, Mind Crush is just always, it goes in and out of being good and bad. Like Jeff won with it like a while ago, like last year. And Mind Crush kind of does this like all the time. It'll always be a card that you'll see get played and it'll be insane, and then it'll go back to being a terrible card because the format's too wide open, you really can't guess that much, or you need actual defense and it's just not good because of that. But every now and then it'll come back, and it's always absolutely amazing when it does come back. So right now it's back.
Now you have 1 breakthrough skill. What was it with that reasoning, the 1 breakthrough skill?
I actually saw, I don't know whose article, I read someone's article. I think it was either Rusty's or Timothy Bailey. Somebody wrote an article saying like how Trap Trick, Trap Hole, Nightmare, like Break the Skill are good against the deck, because you can negate like Trishula, then you can also turn off Unicorn. And so I was like, oh, that's actually really good. Then I saw the winner of Prague's deck list, and he was playing 1 Phoenix Chain, which he probably didn't understand that Break the Skill was better at the time. Like I didn't make the same way I didn't know until I read something. So, and after I thought about it, I said, well, if you just take the Phoenix Chain out and put a Break the Skill, that's simply better.
Like 2 chains.
Yeah, it's literally like better in every situation. So Breakthrough's just simply a better card.
All right, cool. So we got great sideboard.
Yep.
You're on the Spell Canceller plan.
Yeah.
You're on the Vandy.
I just found out about that like last weekend. I saw one of my friends, I went to locals for like the first time in a long time, and I saw one of my friends summon Spell Canceller, and I went around the table and looked at the other guy's hand, and he couldn't do a single thing, and I was like, what just happened?
He's like, man, where was this doing spellbooks? You know, like, where was this thing?
So that card's just retarded right now.
You have the public plans to make that happen. You know, how good is Spellplay right now? Obviously it's for the Necros matchup. You're taking the guy, it's a beater. You tribute. Like, how many games are you think you're going to win today on public plan?
Well, the thing is, the debate was always like the Monarch Stormforth or public plan, and I was saying that everything that I'm taking with the Monarch Stormforth and tributing, I would also be taking and getting rid of with public plan, because all of the Niklas are spellcasters and warriors. And in a mirror match against Burning Abyss, they're also just Dante's.
Just Downer.
And Virgil, which are spellcasters and warriors again. So I'll always be taking the same things with Monarch Stormforth. The difference is, Public Plan allows me to attack with the monster, so I can OTK you differently. It allows me to use my extra deck that turn, which Monarch Stormforth, you can't use your extra deck. So in my opinion, the Public Plan is just simply better, and there's no reason to be playing Monarch Stormforth over it. Obviously, there are situations where the Monarch Stormforth is slightly better, but those situations are not. They're few and far in between.
And especially the mirror match, Dante effect, Virgil effect.
Yeah, I can actually use their Dante and then put a downer over top. It's just,
It's insulting to them.
Yeah.
But great for you. You know, you still have Fairy Wind, Cool Off. It's still a deck. You're playing more traps. Will, what is the reason you? It's just like you only put it when you're going second, when you're going first.
What card are we talking?
Fairy Wind.
Oh, I only put it in. I mean, I only put it in against Cleaford, obviously, and I would put it in regardless of going first or second because
you just think I need this card.
Yeah, it's just one of those cards. Like I always want to have it, even if they already got one Scout Search off. Like it can actually, because they play like Skill Drains and Emptiness and like all like they might play Shadow Mirror. I don't have time to deal with all of the continuous face-up cards, so it just deals with all of them at once. It's very easy. So yeah, Fairy Wind is just always goes in for me. I don't put it in first or second, just always.
Now, do you think Burning Abyss is the best deck, or is this just like a little meta game here? You like this X is the best deck, but I'm going to make my Burning Abyss to be X.
My thought is that I personally don't know what the best deck is, and the problem is I don't think that it's really known either to anyone else. Because
so we're trying to solve this.
I feel like everyone is just running around like a chicken with their head cut off because I have not seen a single Nikloff deck list that is like the perfect list. Like we'll know when it's the perfect. Like
every Dragon Rulers.
Everyone will know because everyone will be playing the same exact list. But right now, everyone's playing 43 cards. Some people are playing 37 cards. Some people are playing 40 cards. Like the fact that people can't even decide on the correct number. Like and then you have all the different main deck tech that people are playing. Some people can't decide if they want to play Gungnir or not. Some people can't decide if they want to play like the Decisive Armor guy. It's just a lot of I don't know like how many Valkyries. I just feel like no one has figured it out yet. And therefore, it's like while it's still not figured out as being this is the best deck, I feel like Burning Abyss still has a good shot and has a good Cleaford matchup. Like Burning Abyss just has a very good Cleaford matchup.
Like so, like for you, the perfect day would be everyone's like, I'm gonna beat Necro, so I'm gonna play Quilloff.
Yes.
Which means you're gonna beat all that.
So it's like it might not be the best deck. Like in theory, but it could be the best for a tournament.
This is your metagaming. This is my event, and this is Burning Abyss.
And I feel like it sucks because I wanted to play Burning Abyss before people realized it was good. Like I feel like at this event, like it might not even be that good because people have seen it. Like at Prague, obviously alerted
Max
people.
changes out of the bag.
Yeah, exactly. It's out of the bag. And I kind of had the idea like, oh, I'm just gonna go to an ARG. I'm gonna play Burning Abyss because everyone's gonna be playing Nikloff. And then someone won an event with BA, and I was like, wow, what the hell? Like, it kind of sucked. At the same time, it's kind of good because like I felt like I was like reassured and that BA was good.
You're not going blind.
Yeah, but it just kind of sucked at the same time because like once people see that, they start signing for it again, and it's just in their heads again. So they're like, oh, BA is actually still a deck.
Cool. So let's move away from this in the event.
Yep.
Let's talk about the future. So we have Premium Gold coming out.
Yep.
What's in there that you're excited about?
I like the Holy Lightning cards. They're in there, right?
What?
The Holy Lightning, like the Throne and the Scepter.
I think. Oh, the Star Seraphs. Yeah,
yeah, the Star Seraphs.
That's what we're assuming, but we don't know yet.
Okay. Well, I was really looking forward to those if they're in there. Just if there's any chance to revive Shaddolls. Like if there's any chance for Shaddoll to be good in this game again, I would love to be able to play Shaddoll again because that is one of my favorite decks. I think the deck is really good, except right now it's terrible. Like it's
no extra deck card except for this
garbage right now. So, but if there's a way to get Shaddoll back into like the spotlight, I would love that.
You will.
Yeah, it probably won't happen, but whatever. But it does help out Satellar Knights too, the Seraphs, Star Seraphs.
Yeah.
Are we getting Chronomaly Never Disc?
That's gonna be in Superstars. That's gonna be on the Superstars pack. That's in like late May, I think.
Okay.
That's it. But that will be coming out later. So you're excited for that too?
Yeah, I'm excited for that too. So I mean, like I haven't really been paying attention to what's really coming out as much. Just like between accounting and Monster Hunter, they've been like my obsession lately.
Yeah, Monster Hunter.
So
it's
I've
been
been really addicted to both of those. So.
I mean, you got professional idea.
Yeah, I have a professional idea to go with, and then Monster Hunter.
So, we also have the ban list coming out.
Yep.
So, what do you think? What do you think, and what do you want to happen?
Well,
because those are going to be like two different things.
They're very different. What I think is going to happen is absolutely nothing. So, I don't think that they're going to touch Nikloff because it just came out, and that's just how it is. I don't think, and they really should though, because they could.
I mean, we saw Sixth Sense get hit right away. So it's still possible.
That was Sixth Sense. That's on a different.
That was Sixth Sense, but it means they're willing to.
Yes, like I feel like they're not going to touch Nikloff. I feel like they're not going to touch Burning Abyss because they just haven't done it in almost like a year. It's been out for like.
And they have another set they want to sell it for. There's gonna be more. Hopefully, cross your fingers, broken.
Yeah, and like Crush Card might be coming out again. It is coming out again. Actually,
it is, but we don't know if it's gonna get unbanned. So hopefully.
Yeah, so like I feel like Burning Abyss won't get touched again. Which sucks because Burning Abyss does need to get touched. Like Torgon and Seer should get put to one, I think. I think that there's something needs to happen.
So you think Torgon is the problem? There are a lot of people saying that Torgon isn't the problem anymore because people move away.
It's not that Torgon is the problem. It's that Torgon is a +2 on turn 1.
Right.
So if I go first and open Torgon, I'm at 7 cards when I end my turn. And it's not 7 just cards in my hand. These are 7 deadly cards. Like 2 are like usually 2 Dante.
Yeah.
Dante is a 2500 monster that generates advantage. Like it's not just 7 like, oh, these are just 7 cards. These are 7 deadly cards. and it's just so much on turn one. Like to go +2 from one monster is so much. So I just think that like she does need to get hit, and I don't think that she is the problem, but she's just too much advantage. The deck is good without Tour Guide. Like
that's where we start. That's a starting point.
Yes,
Let's get
exactly,
Tour Guide
exactly.
and
Like it's a very good deck without Tour Guide, but it just shouldn't be on 3. I just feel like it's too much. I don't like overpowered 3-0s. Like I don't think that it should be on 3. I don't think that something needs to happen to Scout. I don't know what they want to do to it. I don't
whether
really.
That's, whether that's Scout or whether that's Summoning Art.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't know what the correct choice is.
I think
on
Summoning
that.
Art's the correct choice because you only have one. You have only one Scout. That's kind of like a bad.
Yeah, you can't do. Yeah, so they can't hurt it that bad. So they have to do like Summoner's Art, which is fine. Like you can put Summoner's Art to 2 or 1.
Which is sad because I personally, I don't know about you. I don't like it when you have to hit generic cards because the deck deck abuses it.
But it's Yu-Gi-Oh. I mean, we've been dealing with this for 10 years, over 10 years now.
Yeah, I know. 15 coming up next year.
I feel like so the decks are like Cleafort, Burning Abyss, Kneecloth, and something should get hit out of all of those. Theoretically, nothing is actually going to get hit from those 3 decks. I feel like maybe Cleafort might lose something because Konami probably is done with that deck now.
Yeah.
They already released their pack for it. They gave it more support. It's people bought it. The pack's old, so they don't really care anymore. I feel like they could actually hit Cleafort. But Burning Abyss and Kneecloth, I have no faith in them for hitting. I don't believe they're going to hit them.
Right, so let's take the reverse of this. If you could have any one card, or you got one card unbanned and one card that's like limited or semi-limited, put the 2 or 3, and you like this is a card you want to jam in your deck for nationals. No matter you don't have a deck. Like if this card comes up, man, I will play this deck. I don't even care. Like what is that card?
If Heavy Storm got unbanned.
Heavy Storm.
I would absolutely because it would change the game. It's a card that literally by itself, single-handedly, will change the entire way you play Yu-Gi-Oh. It does it every time it's out. It does it every time it's banned too. It changes the way you play. You can put all your cards face down when there's no heavy, and when there is a heavy, you can't put all your cards face down. So it's like I would like to go back to switch it up again.
Yeah.
Like I hate Heavy Storm. I really do. I hate it every format where it was in. But I feel like at this point in the game, it would be nice to just switch it up again to get back to like a different play style. Because right now we're all just doing set everything you have and pass, and that's just kind of annoying.
So yeah, I mean, we talked to Tyler earlier. He had the same opinion, but he said Feather Duster. I feel like Heavy Storm is a little more fair at least.
Yeah, that's too much.
Yeah, but I mean, it seems to be like the general consensus is we need, if we're gonna have our Geki, let's do it back row too. Let's have it even.
Yeah, there's just so many you get floodgated out. It's really like I don't like not playing the game. I think it's really dumb. I don't like when I'm forced to play a deck that makes it where my opponent can't play the game.
So you hate the Zinlock. You hate that.
I think it's just stupid. I think the emptiness is stupid. I think that all of those cards that do that, the thing is, I won't complain about them though. I won't say oh my god, it's so dumb.
We're used to it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna complain about spilled milk. It's just it's a part of the game at this point. Like Pat said, it's something that you have to exploit. If you're gonna play this game, this is the way the game works. You can't if you don't like it, play something else. Play another game. Don't come to Yu-Gi-Oh! And complain about floodgates. Don't come to Yu-Gi-Oh! And complain about it. But I'm saying that if they wanted to help the game, they would fix it. But you're not gonna see me on Facebook ranting oh my god, emptiness needs to get banned.
Yeah,
the Genlock is so dumb. I just think it's part of the game. Deal with it.
All right. Well, this has been a very long but very insightful deck tech with Mr. Fraser Smith, the Dark Magician himself. Remember, guys, to stay tuned to ARG Hartford all weekend for the coverage and the action. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel. Any shout outs you want to give or anything?
Shout out to Ultra Reality Games, of course, always. Shout out to my local Ultimate Universes, and yep, there we go.
All right, we're out, guys. Remember to play hard or go home.
See ya.